Hi, this is Becky with Beloved One. So one of the things that prompted me to post today is because it was just a really good day. I had my granddaughter here with me all day. I picked her up. We went to the nail salon and I got a pedi and a mani, and she got her toes and fingers polished, and we came home and spent the day together, and it was just a blessing for me. It was just a really good day, so I felt like sharing just a little insight to some of the things that have been weighing heavy on me lately. Is that all my kids are big, my oldest one, she's going to college and she has a family, she's married, and my middle child is a tattoo artist, so he's always gone working, and my youngest is working and going to school and has friends now, so she's always gone. My husband works retail, so he's always gone with the retail schedule as well. So I've been having a really hard time adapting. I feel like it's an empty nest syndrome, but it's really not, because two of my kids still live with me. But I've been having a really hard time adapting to an empty house. I've always been the type of person that does for other people. Like, I cook out of love and enjoyment, and I like to be busy, but usually my busy was always for other people. So now, in having just an empty house, it's almost crippling. Like, I don't do anything. Like, it just cripples me. I don't know what, I have so much time that I can be doing all kinds of stuff, but because I'm not used to it, I kind of sit in stagnation other than going to the gym. Really not used to that. I'm really used to being active, but with a lot of need placed on me. So now that the house is empty, I'm kind of bored. Sometimes I feel a little lonely, and I need to fill that time. But one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to fill that time unproductively. I don't feel the need to just be out and about for the sake of being out and about to fill a void. I don't think that is helpful or healthy. So I do go to the gym. In September, I'll start school again, so I'll have that time to keep me busy. One of the reasons why I wanted to vlog today, as I was mentioning, is because I had my granddaughter here with me today, and she was such a blessing just to be able to hang out with her. And I knew my husband was coming home earlier in the evening, and so was my daughter. And I had bought some stuff to cook, and today when I was preparing to cook, I realized when I cook, not only do I enjoy cooking, but it gives me peace. Like, it's a de-stressor for me. And I used to cook a lot. Like, every day I made 3-course meals, every night of the week, on the weekends. But once everybody started doing their own thing and I was here by myself, I stopped cooking. I literally hardly ever cook. And it's because I realize I cook out of love, and I cook for my family, and I want them to be happy. And I'm like, oh, it's a hot day, let me make shrimp ceviche. Or, oh, it's cold, let me make a caldo. Or, oh, I know they'll enjoy enchiladas, or what have you. But with everybody gone, I find that I don't cook because I feel like, okay, well, nobody's here, who's going to eat it, or why am I cooking? But today, with my grandbaby being here, and she was playing, and I can hear her laughing and playing with her dolls, and I started cooking. But I had to take all this stuff. It's not like when I had my kids and I just cook in the kitchen and leave them, playing. With her, I feel like I need to be with her all the time, so I took the cutting board and everything into the living room on a little table and stuff, so I could do it over there, so I wouldn't leave her alone. But with her being here, I figured, I'm going to start cooking early before, my husband gets here, before Jessica starts coming. And so I decided to make chicken I'm going to grill it, but cilantro lime chicken. And I decided I want to make a quinoa salad and some skewers, some vegetable skewers, because I do like to eat healthy. I do make my family Mexican food, and I try to make it as healthy as possible. So with that being said, I'll show you what I'm making. I have to grill it still, but I'll show you what I'm making. And also, I just really wanted to vlog because I just feel like today was such a good day. I've had so many days where I've been, how do I say it? I've not been depressed, but I've been feeling lonely, and I kind of just couldn't really get a grip on exactly what I was feeling. And I just didn't like it. But I've noticed the last couple of days, I've been trying to do some things differently. I love this sign. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. Well, here is the skewers. They're vegetable skewers. I'm not trying to copy Disney now, but I've made skewers before, but Disneyland had potatoes on them, the little potatoes, and it was just delicious. This is tomatoes, avocados, cilantro, and the quinoa is going to go in there, and along with some, I think it's lime and balsamic vinaigrette. I'm choosing not to put the bell peppers in there because I already have bell peppers in the skewers. And if I can get the lid off, this is the chicken that's been marinating all day in the lime and cilantro. I put some chili pepper flakes in there because that's just how I like to do it. And then I also have the quinoa that's been cooking. I hadn't had it before, and I had been wanting to eat it because we eat a lot of brown rice in my house. We don't eat very much white rice because, you know, it's bleached and what have you. So I started making the quinoa, and it's delicious. Here's the cilantro that's going in the quinoa salad, and we also are going to put baby spinach. We're not going to cook the spinach. We're just going to put it in because once we put the hot quinoa in there, it's going to soften up the spinach a little bit. Okay, so here's the finished quinoa salad. I ended up adding lime in there as well, and I added some of these little white beans in there because I opened the can yesterday by accident thinking they were garbanzo beans. Look at how big of a container I made. Purposely, because the last time I made a small batch thinking nobody was going to like it but me, and it was gone. I didn't have any for lunch. So this is the grill. There's the chicken going. I think that's going to be delicious. I marinated it all day. We got the skewers going. It's going to be nice. There's the fire pit, not in use because it's too hot. My backyard. When my brother came from Texas, I told him I wanted a 6-foot cross. He thought I was crazy, but he made one for me, and I refinished it. I stained it, painted it, and shabbied it up. I need a cross right here in the middle, but I'm waiting for the right one, the right size, right color. My orange tree, that it's sad, it's not really doing anything, and my lemon tree, which everybody thinks it's weird because they're two different colors, but they're really good lemons. I need a lime tree is what I need. So I will show you the finished product once it's done, but part of the reason for me making this post was just because, like I said, I've been struggling with that empty nest syndrome, and today was just a really, really good day. I felt productive. I felt joy, which comes from the inside, not on the outside. Happiness comes from the outside, but joy is something that takes place on the inside. I'll probably be doing some vlogs about being still, some blogs about the empty nest syndrome once I figure that out a little bit. But one of the things that I was saying is that where I've been struggling and feeling lonely is that I'm not just filling up the time with just taking off and going hanging out or shopping, or I mean, all of that is really good. But it's good to be still and to identify your feelings and what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, to get a really good grip on it. And I don't think, for myself, I'm not talking about anybody else, but for myself, I don't think it's productive to just go out shopping and spending money, or to make up for to not identify what you're feeling and to fill it with other things like shopping or drinking. Or I'm not saying any of those things are wrong, but I'm just saying to replace what you're feeling on the inside to avoid what you're feeling. I think it's a really good idea to identify it and move forward. So when the food's done, I'll show you the end result, only because I showed you it midway through. But pretty much this is going to be the end of my vlog. I just wanted to share a little bit of what I was going through today and talk about, you know, I don't know if there are anybody out there. I'm sure I have some friends that are older out there, or aunts that have already been through this and have some good pointers. Leave them there. Also, like I said, my vlogs are going to be random. They're not going to have any rhyme or reason, or there's no specific reason why I'm vlogging. So some of you know that that I used to minister or speak publicly. If you guys have a topic or anything that you would like for me to speak on or share on, or you know, just an idea, let me know and I'll give it a whirl, because I promised. Here's the skewers. Yeah, potatoes. I copied Disneyland. They have potatoes on theirs. The chicken looks amazing. The lighting in here is not that good, but you can see that it looks good. And here's the end product of the salad. So that's the end of my post for today. If you like my channel, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it. I plan on doing a little more vlogs. Some of them maybe a little more in depth. Some of them might just be fun. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to show, but we'll see what we got. So thumbs up, like, share. See you later.